Right, right.
Well, let me ask you a couple questions,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
What brought you to this race?
I'm a native Memphian,
Excellent.
and I have been in Memphis my whole life. And serving as a pastor gives you one perspective on issues and concerns. But I realized that my ability to change was limited in that regard. And I got tired of fussing and talking about what should be different and what ought to be different, and decided that I wanted to step forward and be able to serve my city in a larger way and make some policies, if I could, to really shift and move Memphis forward in a positive direction.
A bug like shit, see? That's actually, that was the next question. I was going to say, how is your being a doctor of ministry, you know, how has that aided you in this, which it seems to have in a really positive manner?
Well, seminary training is awesome.
Yeah.
It pushes you and makes you question everything. Good seminary training.
Yeah.
Makes you question everything, whatever your presuppositions are. And there are two things that have grounded me. One, in high school, I had a high school teacher who said to me, if your faith won't withstand questions, you should question your faith. That's pretty much my basis for study. And so I think my training and my experience have made me feel that you really are, it's about opening ourselves up and being available to one another and helping one another at the end of the day. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. So what you're going to be doing the super, the 8.
Yeah.
What problems do you see that are facing it, and which ones do you specifically hope to address if you're elected?
The super district is made up of 4 single districts, 3, 4, 6, and 7, which is literally half of the city.
Yes.
It is in what is technically and predominantly African American. That's how the law was legislated. So you're looking at Whitehaven, North Memphis, Lakeview Gardens, and downtown. What consistently needs to take place is and everybody says it, we need to address blight, abandoned homes. We need to address the crime issue in the communities. We need to address education. What I feel that I bring to all of those consistent issues in all of those single districts is that we can address the issues in a unified way that is not competitive. It's not my neighborhood versus your neighborhood, or what I need versus what you need, but that we can collectively move ourselves together forward, and that we can do so in a hopeful direction, not always fighting amongst ourselves.
Excellent. Yeah, because I know many people, like you said, that because it's a much broader area you'll be covering. A lot of people, like I live in Midtown and work downtown, and there was a time when I used to work way out in Collierville. And it just, people do have to see each other's districts. So I like your approach. I think that that's a lot more adult way of handling it than the way in the past it's been very much, oh, my house is this way or my house is this way, and it's like, actually we all share each other's homes.
Yes, I think that when Fraser benefits and North Memphis benefits, then downtown and Midtown benefits.
Absolutely.
And the two have to see how they can support and encourage one another.
Right.
Just like families do.
Yes.
Healthy families. Just like healthy families do.
Right. No, that's a great response. So TP supports you. I've seen on their page, which is fantastic. I was curious, how has the LGBT community lent its hand in support of you beyond just TEP?
Well, I've had an opportunity to, for instance, I've met you.
And I'm glad.
I met Will, who is with the community center.
Yeah, I love Will.
And so it has been actually you guys reaching out and inviting me to exchange ideas and conversations and talking about ways that we can support. At this point, I really think it's just been a matter of us getting acquainted with each other.
Excellent.
You know?
Hey, that's the way it has to start.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, I hope, I know that North Memphis and Whitehaven, I have many friends that were from Whitehaven and grew up, and like you said, I'm going to leave this place, ended up realizing they need to stay.
Yes.
Because if you don't stay and do something, it doesn't, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, right.
What do you recommend people that are in the LGBT community or friends with to get motivated to be more active to help you, like in your campaign, or in other people that they want to see something happen, really push to make it happen?
I really do think at this point, for those of us who are first time running in these races, who are very much concerned that we represent the whole of our communities, that let me make sure I get my acronym right. My GLBT.
Yeah, you did great. It worked.
The gay and lesbian community will agree to, for instance, we need to put up signs. We need to do things on our website. We need to have the whole community posting out there that who they support and who they're endorsing.
Absolutely.
All of those ways, I think, makes those of us who are running for the first time represent, and it's clear that they are represented by the whole community.
Yeah.
It's clear that there's a relationship and that we're moving on one page, on one accord.
Excellent. Yeah. So I got some dorky questions, but they could be taken a little step further. Depends on you. What's your favorite thing about Memphis?
I like the hospitality. I really like the fact that I still am able to go places and smile at people and they smile back.
Absolutely.
I am really grateful that I have a chance to go all over Memphis and meet all different kinds of people, you know, and that we share this common kind of quirky Southern charm, quirkiness. Someone said to me, Memphis likes things to be nice, but we like a little quirkiness.
Oh yeah.
And so I like that, but I still like the hospitality that's uniquely Southern.
Me too. I agree so much. There's very few places up in Chicago you don't have somebody in the street you just give a hug to.
No. And you walk past somebody and they may never acknowledge that you.
Exactly.
Right. When that happens to me in Memphis, I don't think they're.
They must have just moved here.
That's right.
I put my hand out to make sure someone didn't walk in the street once in Chicago because they were on their cell phone. Bam. Didn't say thank you to me on this level. Oh my God, this guy just saved my life. And I was with my sister and my boyfriend and we just laughed. It was like only appear with somebody I'd save them for being hit by a car.
And they'd be deeply.
And not even bother to say thanks to me. I was just like, oh, let's go get a beer. I forget it. So that said, what is your least favorite thing about Memphis?
The divisiveness, the issues that we divide over. Whether they be race or economics, the things that we just refuse to, I believe that we can honor our past and not necessarily have to continue perpetuating the issues of the past. And that's the thing that I least like about our hometown. We seem to be kind of stuck in an era and fighting for the right to be right, fighting to be right, and fighting to hold positions that don't necessarily benefit the greater good, but that's the position I've taken. So it doesn't matter what you think or what you feel or how things are changing. That I think we sometimes put our heads in the sand.
Yeah, I think more people really need to sit down with each other or be forced to sit down with each other to really see, like, classism is a bigger issue to me than anything. And it's like we have a really bad transit system here. And if like you don't have wealthy people using the transit, they never see how poor the people are. And that's one thing. I mean, like other big cities like Austin, Chicago, places like that, you're kind of forced to see it. If you ever have to take mass transit or if you ever have to be around it, you realize biking sometimes isn't for recreation. It's to get to work, you know, or to get your kids places. And we're really lacking the empathy in the city right now. So I think the divisiveness is exactly it. I'm ready for people to stop being like, oh, you're this person and I have to hate you. And I'm like, no, you don't. You can dislike that area of them, fine. You might learn you're more like them than you'd wish. And then that'd be a good thing you'll find out. So I like your approach.
But I like also that you say that it's a transit issue.
Yeah, it really is.
Which means it is fixable.
Yes, absolutely. I think if people, even if the younger generation starts saying, hey, I see this person, they exist. You bring it up to someone else, And I always tell, I encourage everyone to always take a bus ride, just one day.
I do too.
And don't just complain to your friends, call them and say, I plan on taking MATA. Do this to make it better for me.
That's right.
And that's how you get things changed.
That's how you get change.
Because Lord knows we all like to gripe to our friends, but that next step is where it really gets better.
It's different,
Well, I am more than excited to meet you and thrilled that you're part of this race. So I wish you the best. And go ahead and say your name and the email, web address, whatever that they can contact you.
Rosalyn Nichols, Super District 8, Position 2, and my email address is Rosalyn at Vote for Rosalyn, FOREVOTERFORROZ, like zebra.
Excellent.
.com.
I'll put it on the screen. So, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. It's nice to meet you.
Same to you.